You know what I love about New York, Nez Nation? You know, I've been harping on them for a long time on this channel. I've been talking about their policies. I've been talking about the migrant situation, letting the migrants off who beat the hardworking, New York City police officers, and just all of the AOC stuff and the Mayor Eric Adams stuff. But you know what I really should do right now is, especially with what I'm about to tell you, the people of New York. It's not the people running. The people running New York are absolute swamp vermin. But the people, the heart and blood of that city, the people of New York City, I'm with you. I love you guys because you guys are the only reason that city exists. You're the only reason that city has any legacy, culture, art, intrigue, appeal, attraction, the whole 9 yards. You give that city its veneer. You give that city its illustrious, glorious legacy in our awesome country. And this story today that I'm going to share with you is just another indication that the real lifeline of our country, the bloodline of our country, is not the politicians. It's not the governors. It's not the state. It's not the legislators. It's the people. So in our video today, I'm going to talk to you about these awesome New Yorkers who are coming through for the firefighters who are being hunted down by the pitbull fascist Laura Kavanaugh, who's the FDNY commissioner, who I did a video on, who's never been a firefighter in her entire life. She was a part of Obama, Hillary Clinton, a part of a lot of, maybe even a DEI hire, a lot of people think. So she sends out this memo saying that all of you need to come forward who booed. She did this apology at this church and got a lot of backlash. She actually said that she was going to send them back for re-education. I mean, I've done a couple of videos on this. If you missed this, I'll leave them in the end screen or just go to my YouTube channel or Rumble. It's just so phenomenal and absolutely unconstitutional in every legal sense, as well as just in a common intuition sense. Well, New York has come to the rescue. And if you just happen to miss it, let me just show you just a quick clip of the actual incident itself with Letitia James, just really quickly.
Oh, come on, we're in a house of God. First, simmer down. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for getting it out of your system. I want to thank Commissioner Kavanaugh.
You can just tell that she was just so condescending and so full of herself and so narcissistic, just like all of them, like Kami Kamala, like Fannie Cash Money G Willis, like all of them. I mean, it's the whole swamp. It's just vermin. So really, really good news. And it comes not from the people that you elected and that are supposed to represent us and serve us, who are supposed to do the right thing. Big shocker there. But from the actual people, New Yorkers themselves. Check this out. I want you to meet Mark Fonte and Louis Gelormino. Gelormino. I hope I'm saying that right. If I'm saying that wrong, please correct me in the comments. A pair of Staten Island lawyers offered Tuesday to represent any Big Apple firefighter for free if they got jammed up for booing State Attorney General Letitia James at last week's raucous promotion ceremony, source New York Post. So essentially, you got these awesome lawyers, Mark Fonte and Louis Gelormino. I hope I'm saying that right. It sounds like a couple of Italian, just true blood New Yorkers. Said the firefighters had the right to voice their support for Donald Trump and to lambaste James, who has been prosecuting him. As FDNY Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh threatens to discipline, remember, that's the DEI hire who's never been a firefighter. I did a whole video on everything about her background, her connections, her affiliates, her ties to basically a lot of the radicalized left woke mob. FDNY Commissioner Laura Kavanaugh threatens to discipline them. This is what they had to say. And this just makes me so proud of our country, makes me proud of New York, especially New York City. So they go on to say, if you are being hunted down by FDNY brass for exercising your freedom of speech, contact our office at once. The men's firm is F&G Legal Group, and they wrote it in a letter to the fire department's rank and file. I'm thinking the guy on the right's Louis, but I'm not sure. But I just am so proud of New York City. I'm so proud that people are coming forward and saying, you know what, you can't treat these people like this. I don't care what your status is. I don't care what your political power is. I don't care what kind of legislative or any kind of state oversight you have. This isn't right. And the citizens, I mean, for free. I mean, that's a huge, huge altruistic, unselfish thing for these guys to do, because it's probably going to be very, very involved, especially if you go after the Commissioner of New York and who's affiliated with the Attorney General of New York, Letitia James. That could be a ton of work. And the fact that they're saying we'll do it for free, I'm just so proud. I feel so proud for New York City, but I feel proud for our country. The people always come through. The people always support each other, help each other. I just love seeing this, and you should too. Here's my favorite part of this awesome letter. At the right underneath my image there, we will always answer the call. We stand ready to assist New York's bravest. God bless you. I'll leave a link to their law firm if you want to give them support, say hello, maybe even write them an email or something. I don't know. I know I've definitely going to write an email to these gentlemen and just say thank you for being decent Americans, decent New York citizens. I just think that's absolutely fantastic. And I'm sure that gives some consolation to the firefighters who are being basically persecuted for exercising their constitutional right. It's ridiculous. Alan Dershowitz himself, who is a law savant, a former Harvard professor and longtime criminal attorney, he even said that it's an absolute egregious infraction of their constitutional rights. And by the way, these New York firefighters, they were not in uniform at the time. They were off duty. This was a very special event. They had every right to exercise their constitutional freedoms. And Kavanaugh should be ashamed of herself. Letitia James should be ashamed, especially the way she talked down to them. Simmer down. We're in a house of God, you guys. I'm glad you got that out of your system. You're so vile, Letitia James. Ponte went on to say that if they have a right to applaud, they have a right to boo or express their displeasure. If you invite a controversial figure to speak, you have to expect pushback, he said. The people at fault are the FDNY brass, who are greatly out of touch with their workers. I mean, that actually brings up a really, really good point. I mean, it was literally weeks ago that Letitia James, who, I mean, shamelessly gloated about her victory on X / Twitter. She shamelessly gloated about her victory, posting that fine amount, 400 and some odd, whatever, $1 million that it was. It was only weeks ago. And this is the person that you invite to speak at a very special FDNY event full of firefighters who 99% probably of them support the other candidate and support the truth, which the truth is that Letitia James had absolutely zero grounds, both legally, administratively, legislatively, to charge Donald Trump in this civil case, that it was abundantly 1 billion % clear. You ask any legal expert, you ask any real estate developer. We had Kevin Leary, a clip of Kevin O'Leary, who talked about it was an absolute sham. It was victimless. There was no victim. There was no crime. He paid all the banks back. He did not inflate property values. As a matter of fact, Judge Ergeron deflated Mar-a-Lago's property value. Are you that out of touch with your workers that you invite this abomination to speak at your hallowed event in a house of God, no less? What's wrong with you, Kavanaugh? And of course, Kavanaugh, the DEI hire, has never, ever been a firefighter, probably hasn't even met any of them. She just sits in her little office and, you know, does her office things that are completely disconnected, disparate from her workers, disparate from the actual firefighters who are risking their lives. She doesn't risk her life. She pushes a pencil in some office in some headquarters. That's all she does. And this is just symbolic of how out of touch she is. So I just want to say another big kudos to Fonte and Guillermo, F&G Legal. My hat's off to you. I'm so impressed, and thank you so much. Hopefully, if you or anybody watching this knows them or knows somebody who knows them, share this video with them, because this video is a salute and a homage to you for doing the right thing, for putting, you know, justice above profits, for putting the right thing to do above personal gain. I give you nothing but credit. I applaud you 1,000,000,000%. And I will leave a link again in the description and show notes of this video to their actual law firm. If anybody wants to send a congratulatory or a special note, special message to them, maybe there'll be an opportunity on their website. I'll put a link down in the description and show notes. God bless you. I really love you guys. Good for you. And I hope it works out. I hope you're able to give them proper legal representation, because this is absolutely wrong. Kavanaugh should be fired. She should be terminated, or at least forced to resign. Letitia James is as corrupt as Fannie Cash Money G. Willis and all the rest of them. Kami Kamala. Together, we can raise awareness. Together, we can get our country back. This is the best way, because legacy media, traditional media, NBC, CNN, all those networks, they're not going to cover this. They're going to keep perpetuating and propagandizing the narrative, because they all hate Trump and they all hate America. They are just power-hungry narcissists. They don't care about you. They don't care about me. They don't care about their constituents. All they care about is grasping and growing their own power. We need to get our country back. So by tapping that thumbs up of this video, it lets our video spread out to more and more viewers. By sharing this, by actually putting a comment. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of this? Isn't this so cool? I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think of F&G Legal? What do you think of these guys, these true blood New Yorkers, Americans, coming and supporting these awesome firefighters' constitutional rights? I want to hear from you. As always, I try to respond to all the comments myself. It's almost impossible most of the time. Members get first priority, channel members, as well as super thanks and super chats get first priority. I really appreciate it. All goes back into the channel, but please leave a comment. And as always, if you made it this far, if you always want to be in the know of what's happening that legacy media won't show you, consider becoming a Nez Nation Insider. That's our free newsletter. It's free. Just put your best email in there, click submit, and you're in. It's very simple. There's a link in the pinned comment. There's also a link in the description and the show notes. Just click on the link, and then it opens up to these options. Click on newsletter, put your best email in there, and you're in. We don't share it. We don't spam. We don't do anything like that. This is your foolproof, fail-safe way of always being in the know. So make sure you do that. Check out these videos right here that relate to this video that I posted, talking about the whole incident right here, and then the fascist boss, Laura Kavanaugh, down there. Everything you need to know about her is down there. Check those videos out to get a little more information. As always, God bless you, your family. God bless America, and I'll see you soon.